I just finished up one of our course calls and I wanted to share with you guys what I feel is probably the #1 way to not only pass the NASM exam for sure, but to really solidify the information and be able to use it when you're on with clients, which I know if you're watching this video is really what you want. Passing the certification, it is going to be your entry-level step to get into the field, but we want you to be able to really use this stuff with people, and that is, I have no doubt, right? I know because I've taught so many people, we work with so many people in our classes, most of the learning that you're doing is like right here, right? It's on the computer, on the book. But I know for most coaches and trainers, we're hands-on learners, right? This is coming from somebody like myself who did undergraduate, graduate school, sitting there listening to people lecture and trying to commit this stuff to my brain. And I know, especially in comparison even to a lot of my peers, the only reason that I've been able to take it so far is because how much I apply to all of it in the gym right away. So my challenge to you as you're going through, you're learning this stuff, is literally trying to go through, take notes as you are learning on the things that you're like, hey, you know what? I feel like I could probably take this into the gym. Or even more so, how could I take some of these concepts that I'm struggling with? How could I take things like reciprocal inhibition? How could I take things like eccentric, concentric muscle contractions, like planes of motion, and try to think about it and learn it while I'm in the gym, right? While I'm actually doing it. So for me, even for like anatomy classes, all right, maybe I'm not proud of this. My anatomy instructor out there probably is gonna be upset about this, but you know, everyone else, when it came to exam time, would go and they'd go sit back in the anatomy lab, and hey, we were lucky, we had cadavers and got to like study the human body. And I was the one who would skip class and go to the gym, right? Which sounded silly, but for me, it was my way of like thinking about everything that I was doing and learning. Rather than just sit there and try to look at and memorize the picture of a muscle, it's like, let me get out in the gym, let me do exercises that I know where this muscle's working and try to visualize what's happening. And I would imagine, probably for you, you know, the fact that you're on YouTube watching videos tells me you're probably a visual, interactive learner as well. So I just challenge you to try to take this in, because it's not built into, I know, right? I know it's not built into the study process, not just for NASM, for any certification. So you got to take it on your own to do it yourself. And one of the best ways to take that to the next level, right, is also be trying to find a place to get some experience. Go and intern, go try to find a mentor, go do some shadowing. You know, we do a lot of that with some of our students in the course, but I know for many of you guys are spread out, you know, across the country, across the world, is try to reach out, like what gyms in my local area, do I know any coaches and trainers that would just let me come in and be a fly on the wall while you're thinking about this stuff. Again, as many opportunities to bring it to life as possible. And a lot of people wait. They feel like they need to wait until like, no, I gotta wait till I get my certification done to start doing that. But you're just delaying the process of really learning and solidifying all that it is that you're studying. Do it at the same time. Take it into the gym, shadow other coaches and trainers, and I promise you, in a very short period of time, a lot of the stuff that you're going through here, it's gonna start to make a lot more sense. All of a sudden, you're gonna start to score better on your quizzes with these things as well. You're gonna be, you know, sit down for your exam, and you're gonna be like, oh man, I remember Joe said, like, let me visualize it. I mean, get up during the test until they tell you to sit down, right? Then you might have to sit back down, but put all this stuff into action, because that's, I know how most of you guys learn, and it's gonna help you use this stuff when you're out working with clients.